If only I could turn back time.
I understand you think you're doing the right thing, but you're not. And I don't have time to explain why. Either back off or suffer the consequences.
What's going on YouTube? It's Mike Nice coming to you with some more Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 gameplay. And I literally just did this. I was uploading, not uploading, I was recording, and literally it just goes, error has occurred during application. I'm like, in the middle of my commentary? How disrespectful. But anyways. But yeah, first thing first, I have to say, thank you to my 20 subscribers. I really appreciate the support. It's great, and you know, I just want to keep it up, keep going. But yeah, I just really want to thank you guys. And secondly, I have to say this. My condolences goes out to the community of Las Vegas, the tragedy that happened. You know, my prayers go out to you guys. Hopefully you guys can recover with Godspeed. And with that sad stuff out of the way, because this world is crazy now.
You really think that's gonna be enough to take me down?
I do actually, because you're trash. But you know, man, kind of forgot what I was talking about on the last video. Oh yeah. The Gifted. So I watched that yesterday on Hulu, and it was really good. I think that show is going to turn out really well. And if you guys don't know what it's about, it's set in the X-Men, you know, continuum, and it's set in the world where like the X-Men and the Brotherhood are missing, and it's a really good show. I think it has great story, or at least it's going to have a great story. It has really good actors, and that's one thing that that has made me like gravitate towards the X-Men series, the X-Men comic books, movies, is that they have always been able to take the feelings in the comic books, and they have been able to really portray it in the movies and the TV shows, the anger, you know, and the angst and the sorrow and the happiness, like all the things that go with, you know, being an X-Men, you know, being discriminated against, but at the same time being heroes, you know, having people that don't necessarily like you, but yet you're still out there, you know, helping them, and you know, no matter what, you're going to, I guess, quote unquote, put your best foot forward, and always want to help people. And yeah, I think that show is shaping up to be like really good. And you know, since we're on the topic of X-Men, I feel like I talk about them almost every commentary, because I love them so much. They have, like, you know, they have certain characters, and this is where I feel like the show is going to be good. They have characters that aren't, you know, like quote unquote A-list heroes. They have like more B and C, you know, and then they have like homages to like certain other X-Men, like Marcos isn't Sunspot, but he has Sunspot's powers and whatnot. But then they have like people like Blink is in the show, and she the creator said that he wanted to put her into the movie, into the TV show, because in the movie she had very little you know, dialogue. She didn't have any like character development, and she now has, you know, like a full-blown character, and she's going to be able to, you know, have full-fleshed background, and I think it's really great what they're doing. And speaking of Days of Future Past, Bishop is a bitch, honestly, guys. What's up, Cable? How you doing, my guy? What do you have to say, Iron Man?
Bishop, have you? Oh, damn it. I knew I should have supervised this op personally.
You probably
Next time,
should.
you turncoats won't be so lucky. They'll get it. And the best equipment money can buy. Trust me on that. If you were smart, you'd stop this foolishness. But I can see you want to play this the hard way. So be it.
We've already enjoyed some victories in this conflict, but we knew we were going to be in for a tough fight. And it looks like Stark and S.H.I.E.L.D. are working overtime.
They've been rounding up unregistered heroes and criminals like there ain't no tomorrow. In fact, we hear they're running out of room to hold them all.
Intelligence obtained by cable now indicates that the Pro-Reg forces have almost completed construction of a massive new detention facility in the negative zone. It appears that the only way to access this new prison is via a network of tightly guarded portals. Obviously, it sounds like a very secure facility.
Don't let that rattle you, though. More folks are joining our side every day, and there's no question we can win this thing.
Agreed. However, keeping our people out of that prison will be one of our top priorities going forward.
Good to have you here, team. Head to the briefing station when you're ready for your next assignment.
Okay. What was I gonna do? Oh, I was thinking of switching someone out. You know, because I don't want to like always have the same people. I don't want you guys to like feel like I'm only playing with like, you know, for the same people. I want to have diversity, so it's not, I guess it's not boring to you guys. So think I'm gonna take out Gambit because I played this game so much, and Gambit's my favorite superhero that he's almost always a part of my team. So I'll take him out. Let's see, Black Panther, Psylocke. I think I'm gonna go with Miss Marvel. Let's see what you got going on, girl. Let's see. Let's get her fit for battle. Alright, let's see, is anybody else leveled up? Nope, don't want to do that. I think I just went to Deadpool, yep. And Magneto, what do you have 1.2, okay. Alright. That's the team I'm rolling with. And let's get it with Miss Marvel, the new addition to the team. And why is she hurt already? You literally just got on the team and you hurt. What's good with you?
We just got word that a number of our captured friends are about to be transferred to the negative zone. They'll be sent there using a trans-dimensional portal, which we've discovered is located deep in the Rikers Island Penitentiary. But they must be transferred to Rikers first via convoy. Our best bet to keep our friends out of that prison is to never let them get there in the first place. So, we'll be hitting that convoy hard as it passes through Hell's Kitchen.
Unfortunately, there's a complication. We have it on good authority that Stark and S.H.I.E.L.D. are bolstering their ranks with superpowered criminals. They're using some kind of nanite technology to control the behavior of these sociopaths.
Don't those reckless fools have any regard for the risks they're taking? The point is, we might run into these attack dogs during our rescue op. So watch your backs.
The convoy route is heavily defended. You'll need to clear out the anti-air emplacements, so our chopper can get a clear shot at the trucks. Then you can bust out our friends and get them to safety.
Convoy is now approximately 4 clicks from your position. Looks like Shields doubled their guard on the anti-aircraft guns. We can't strike the convoy by air until you clear out those gun emplacements. Hit them fast, hit them hard.
Let's see what you got, Miss Marvel. And back to what I was saying about the X-Men. Back to what I was saying about how I think they portrayed the feeling of it so well. I think that they just hit the jackpot, because it's not only they're hard to reboot like a series, but to find actors that I feel like literally have embodied like the same things that, you know, the previous Magneto and Professor X have embodied, because Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen, those two, like, they are Professor X and Magneto. But to be able to have Michael Fassbender, who I love, he's such a great actor, to have him and James McAvoy, I forgot how to say his last name, but to have those two come in and essentially give you the feeling that those two are Magneto and Professor X is such a hard thing to do, and I think they did it excellent. Like, those Days of Future Past is my favorite X-Men movie, and I love the first generation movies like X-Men 1, X-Men 2. Last Stand was terrible, so like what we're going to do is just act like it never happened. So I'm not even gonna mention that movie, but those movies were so good, you know, and the people in those movies like have given you that feeling like those people are, like, they are them. Like Hugh Jackman, he will forever be Wolverine, and even though Michael Fassbender and James are doing such a good job with Professor X and Magneto, you know, Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen, those two they're just forever. Like, you guys will forever be my Professor X and Magneto, but he did such a good job in getting new actors that, you know, really just dived into the role. Like, they really wanted to get it right, and, you know, that was just awesome. But enough of that comic book talk, that nerd talk. How you get up here, my guy? I'm pretty confident. Did I just read this? Yeah, I did. I'm pretty confident. I'm feeling pretty confident. I don't know why. I'm not sure. I'm feeling pretty confident about tomorrow's game versus the Bucks. The Buccaneers. I don't know why I am. Maybe it's because I know that we can get it together, because at the end of the day, it's not a talent issue for our defense. Like, our defense is doing terrible right now, but it's not because they're not talented. It's simply because they are missing assignments. So it's communication. And once you guys get to the point where you trust each other to do certain things and to have certain coverages, that's when it's gonna start to show up that, you know, it's the same defense as last year. Because if it was a talent thing, I would say, oh, like, you know, we're just going to have the worst ranked defense. It's just gonna happen. But, you know, off the fact that we have talented people like Dante Hightower, like Devin McCourty, like Patrick Chung and Stephon Gilmore, who's, even though he's playing terrible right now, if he has, you know, if the communication is where it needs to be, then there's no doubt in my mind that he will be able to, you know, be a #1 corner type player. Like he will be able to, you know, take a wide receiver and limit him to, you know, maybe 5, 6 catches, you know. And once that happens, I think that our defense is going to be. I don't know if we'll be #1 because I still would have to see how our pass rush goes because we were #1 in scoring defense last year. I think we only let up like something like 16, maybe 17 points a game, and this year we don't have that much of, you know, we don't have Chris Long, we don't have Rob Ningman, so we don't have our great pass rushers. So maybe that goes down, I mean, or goes up, I should say. Maybe it goes up to maybe 20 points a game or something like that. And it's funny because I think the reason people are panicking is because like they want it so bad to be that our team, you know, isn't good. Like they want our defense to be so bad because if our defense even 21, 22 points per game, it's over. Because our offense are easily on any defense, as we have shown against the Texan defense, who have J.J. Watt, Jadeveon Clowney, Merciless. Covington was coming to his own. I think he had a couple of sacks that game. And then against Carolina's defense, we scored 30 points. And if we would have got the ball back, there's no doubt in my mind we would have scored another touchdown, or if anything, a field goal. So we're putting up 30 plus points against premier defenses, and to me, I don't think it gets really any better than those defenses. So I think if our defense is able to, you know, just communicate better. That's really all it comes down to. If they're able to communicate better, figure out who's making the calls, because usually, or at least last year, a lot of the times it was Dante Hightower making the defensive communications, and then, you know, maybe Devin McCourty would give the communications for the secondary. But, you know, if they can get that going, it's, yeah, the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit, and I guess no doubt in my mind that if we was to make it to the Super Bowl with a defense like that, that's giving up 20, 21 points, you know, that we would win, because there's no offense that can keep up with us, and as long as we can maintain a team from exploding, you know, because Atlanta Falcons, they were. That first half, it looked, or I should say the first 3 quarters, it looked bad. It looked really bad. And, you know, we got our stuff together, but it looked terrible. But yeah, if we can score 34 points and outscore that offense last year, who were, I think they were breaking records. Like that offense last year was doing crazy things. If we can outscore them, there's no doubt in my mind we can't outscore any other defense or any other offense in the league. And down you go, Songbird. Down you go. See, that's another thing. Like what is a rocket? Like, now you just gave me a path to come kill you. Now you just gave me a path to come kill you. But with that being said, without further ado, I'm out of here.